All right,
so
it's recording now.
This is like an intro music will come on.
It's funny because
good.
You
Wait.
what?
Pretty stunning.
When y'all talk.
It's on his phone. He's on his phone. That's why.
I want to be on my phone.
Well, you could have. You look like you had.
First of all, you need to turn some of that light down because you're getting washed out. Your light skinness is blending into the light. I'm talking to you, Thomas. Yes.
Yeah, you're not in 1080p right now, kid. You gotta. Guys, sorry, listeners and watchers. Thomas
definitely recording
now.
Definitely recording.
He's recording. Get your jaws off the screen. Okay.
We're gonna cut this part. We're gonna cut this part. let Thomas gonna lead us in like let Thomas lead us in like normal.
All right. So we'll say action. Okay. Hey folks, welcome back to talk to. Oh, hey folks, welcome back to Token Talk. This is the Token Talk podcast. I'm 1/3 of your host, Thomas Price. Along with me in the chat here is the ever so ready John Spann.
How y'all doing? It's good to be back.
And then also we have Darius, just Darius.
Yeah, aka Young Relationship with Dope.
Okay.
he would know what that meant if he watched the news. He doesn't know what that means. You got to introduce Deonica too.
Yes, and also Deonica, the first lady of Token Talk, is in the chat.
Can you believe they let me back on? I think I'm the first woman of 2021, huh?
This is the first episode of 2021. So yeah, you're the first everything of 2021.
Right.
Which is how we want it.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine another way. So y'all, we gotta talk about this water. It's water. All right. I'm looking in the background here. You know, I'm looking at everybody's respective places. It's like Deonica and John are still in Romania. That's Thomas is in this apartment. And I gotta be honest with y'all. So right now, if people who don't know, there is a water crisis going on in the city of Jackson. It's been 17 days, 14 days. By the time you hear this, it's probably been 17 days that the city has not had clean, flowing water in homes. I am coming to you live from not Jackson. And there's a good explanation from this.
You ain't real.
I ain't feel like boiling my shit. Like I don't want to do it. So
wow, and everybody else does?
Right.
Right.
We do not like it here.
Right.
Hey, I love Jackson. I love y'all, but
you can't say that you love. Well, you know, I can't talk. So
hey, where you?
Yeah, I mean, both of y'all just about a block away from moving to Ridgeland, so y'all really ain't Jacksonites as I look at it.
I'm gonna be real. I never lost power or water, but I took a hiatus. I went to the countryside where my folks live in Clinton. Never lost water. Didn't lose power. Lost cable for a bit, but
oh no!
Oh wow!
Lost cable, but wow. I watched DVDs. I was able to watch DVDs, and then I took a little trip to Atlanta. You know, and it was like nothing ever happened in Atlanta. I was like, man,
it's still a pandemic. This is a pandemic.
It was a pandemic going on, but it wasn't a snow apocalypse and a pandemic at the same time.
So you just bought a flight. You just went to Atlanta.
I mean, it's only 5 hours away. I drove.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask.
Okay, Atlanta's not 5 hours away. I'm tired of people lying.
It's 5 hours. Atlanta is 5 hours and 30 minutes away.
Yeah. How fast are you driving?
How fast? Okay, look it up on your Waze or Google Maps or whatever right now. It's going to tell you 5 hours and 36 minutes.
I miss more like 7.
Missing the point.
Well, I got to stop on road tracks and stuff.
Okay, yes. John pulled a Ted Cruz. Okay, get it out there. All right, I did it.
All right, I did it.
Get me,
Deonica. So you recently moved to the heart of Jackson. So what was your situation like?
Man, it's still just like I thought I would be. I don't know. I thought I would have longer before I would have to boil my water, but now I really feel like I'm home after I've had to boil my water. And
welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That was like rolling out the red carpet, not only like boiling my water, but also a winter storm in Jackson. And so I was definitely not prepared at all because I was like, okay, I have food. Let me
Okay.
cook all my food so I don't be hungry. But then I had a bunch of dishes that I couldn't wash.
You didn't think ahead.
And I
So-
had food, but it was like the measly bits. And I had just went to the grocery store before everything shut down. And so
You was eating potty meat.
I mean,
You was eating Vienna sausages for real?
You in the yellow can.
Ooh.
I had to reach to the back. You know, those are in the back of the cabinet, right? So I was like, okay, let me move those forward because it's getting serious out here, and I don't know how long we gonna be in here. But yes,
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Back of the fridge. No, top of the fridge, back of the cabinet.
The back of the cabinet. I had to reach back there. That's where all the stuff was. And so, but I made it a lot of canned food, a lot of eggs and bread. And then I was like, I can do this. But I was running out of clothes because, you know, I was like, when I moved, I was like, I'm going to start over. I'm going to wipe out my wardrobe. And yeah. So then, of course, the water goes out and you can't take a shower. So let me tell you, the week was not my best week. I'm not.
Hold on, stop moving.
Somebody just did something.
Somebody's microphone is
Live TV.
I think it's Giannica doing.
Me?
Yeah.
Animated.
All right, try. All right, go ahead. So
It was her
you ain't got no
earrings
clothes.
touching on her pods.
Oh, could it be
Queen Latifah.
These are from Walmart. So
That's a microaggression.
Oh my
Queen
God,
Latifah.
I have mad respect for Queen Latifah. So you know what? I'll take it as a compliment.
Well, let me just say you mustn't have seen the new show Equalizer because
Oh no.
Yeah, somebody said, I know Queen Latifah ain't out there running that fast in no pantsuits. Like that don't make. But
Y'all not
I
coming
ain't no hater.
for the thick girls.
Don't
Y'all
do it. Yeah.
that's not fair. We're not talking about thick. We're just talking about reality.
What we talking about?
We're talking about reality.
I'm listening. I'm waiting.
What I'm saying
This
is
is Women's History Month, brother. Be careful.
you know,
We just got here.
Right.
you
We
gotta
all
play
turned
with camera
up.
work. The camera
We all
work is
turned
real
up.
important when you're doing movies like that. I mean, Denzel will tell you, ain't like Denzel knocking folks down like he was on when he was the Equalizer.
Thomas,
So.
how's your water doing over that way?
My water good, bro. My water good. All I need to do is just I can't reach my mail tomorrow. I really want to get it though.
He said the water is fine, but you keep looking at your bar over there.
That's liquor, right? Yeah.
Oh, I didn't drink water during that time. I just drank straight booze. That was all I did. Just drink.
You was going to work drunk. You was going to work lit, or did you even go to work?
Huh?
Look at he's trying to. John's trying. You
I
out, bro.
my car out of the garage.
Oh, okay.
Did your door was down? You left it down, then it froze over?
I got a garage. Don't play around. But what happened, because I live on a hill, you know, folks are just sliding down this hill. When they got to the top of it, they're like, it's all good. And then they couldn't stop. So it was just a pile up down here at the bottom of the hill. They were blocking the driveway anyway. So
these dead folks, I can't go to work anyway.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I did a little work at home, but mainly I was just binging TV shows. So, like everybody else is doing. You know what's weird? A year ago today, I just gotten off a plane in Spain and living a life before all this happened. So this puts it in perspective. I'm still stuck in a house. Look like.
Hey, Thomas, your Negro privilege is showing. Okay.
Yeah,
your Negro.
You won't let us forget.
There's no such thing as Negro privileges. You know that.
Thank you for reminding us about Spain. You only do it every other month, so we appreciate you bringing it up again.
Fair. But I do have some pictures I'd like to show you guys if you want to see.
Oh my God.
Double tap.
Roll that footage.
It's so I don't know, man. Like y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want to be out of line here, but you know, I saw we had some activists, some really cool, esteemed activists in Jackson, like just tweet out like some folks in Jackson don't have water, right? And then you got Angie Thomas. Shouts out to Angie Thomas. She wrote The Hate You Give and some other books. I think she and John are like close friends on Facebook or something. And she gets out, she tweets out like Jackson doesn't have water. And then now you got
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Like Jackson does not have running water. Yeah, and I'm like, I know, again, I'm not in 39211 right now, but that is also not true. But like, I don't want to be that person that says, "Oh, that's factually incorrect." But some folks have water, some folks don't. This is not accurate.
Some folks have water, some folks don't. But some folks do have water, but it's not drinkable, right?
Okay.
And some folks, there are some people that don't have water at all, like they can't flush the toilets at all. And but I think most people, I'm not gonna say most, I think a little bit more people do have water. It's just not to the point where they can actually drink it, brush their teeth, bathe in it, wash their clothes.
I don't brush my teeth anyway. That's for demons. Listen, I'm telling you, this water issue, it's real simple.
What is it?
Water, if you want to drink it, but you don't have to. If it still come out of the faucet and it's a little brown, it's probably got a little fluoride in it. Quit acting like that. Quit acting like baby water, baby. Now I can't flush the toilets at work, but
where y'all go? Where do y'all go to use the restroom?
He said I wasn't flushing no way.
I got a trash can.
You trash can. Y'all got like a gotta go outside. Y'all got like porta potties outside the building.
We actually have to go to the old building, which is down the street. You have to take a key. We got a key on a brick, and you take it like at a convenience store. You take that brick and get in your car, and you drive all the way down the street, and then you unlock the door, and then you use the bathroom. And
God forbid y'all got the runs. It's over with.
You better go fast. You better not drink coffee. That's what I've been doing. I just haven't been drinking water as much as I should be drinking water because
smart.
That's sad. This is sad.
It's very.
Is it now? Is it? I'm not in the 39201 right now. But I got
Get his ass.
He said, "I can't sympathize."
Y'all see how light skin looking this light? I'm just saying, like, I just feel so bad for y'all Jaffricans. I mean, y'all Jacksonians.
Wow.
And what y'all going through.
Wow.
And what y'all as Jackson.
My nigga said Jaffrican.
He ain't real.
He got a little Under Armour shirt on.
Right. He moved.
This thing say back to blue on the back of it, cuz I've been on my Save Jackson.
Cut it. Okay, cut. We cutting this. We do not support.
I bet
the reason why y'all going through this
mask when you go to Walmart out there, do you?
Boy, no, I got one of them gators. I just put them up. I just do this.
No type of protection, no nothing.
Yeah, John.
I will say this. I will say this. So, going to what you were about to go into, you Jaffricans, the reason why water is like this. Okay, Delbert Hoseman did that to the city to Jackson. Delbert Hoseman. I don't know if he wrote like an op-ed, but he wrote something saying that, like, do you remember when Kane Ditto was mayor? We didn't have these issues in Jackson. Now, to be clear, listeners, it was an interview. So to be clear, listeners, Kane Ditto was the last white mayor of Jackson. Kane Ditto he's still living. Hey, we ain't trying to bash Kane Ditto. This ain't got to do no Kane Ditto. But he's the last white mayor of Jackson before Harvey Johnson, the first black mayor of Jackson, took over in 2001. Okay, so basically in a, dog whistle type way, kind of, undercover type way, he goes say, remember we had these white folks running Jackson? You remember how good it was? We had no water issues. We had nothing going on. But he failed to say that these issues were going on with Kane Ditto's leadership and other people before him, but they just failed to actually address it and have been putting Band-Aids on the problem for 30 plus years or more.
The pipes are like over 100 years old. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, there's something like that. Last year or 2 years ago, when there was like a water crisis or something like that, there was over like 200 main breaks, right? Now it's like less than 100 main breaks that are going on that they're trying to fix. So, I mean, I'm not trying to protect Chokwe. I'm just saying that, like, things are getting done. It's just not getting done as fast enough. And this water crisis right now, this ice storm that has happened, has amplified the issues that are still going on that the current administration of Jackson is trying to fix.
And can we talk about, anybody see former Mayor Tony Yarber's Facebook post?
I was just going to bring that up.
Go ahead and talk about it, Thomas.
He said it on the show. Oh, I was just going to bring it up that I saw it. I don't know anything about it.
Oh, God.
Well, I mean, okay, so basically he said he tried to tell y'all, and it was on the show. He's like, I tried to tell y'all these water issues were a problem, but y'all ain't want to listen to me. And then he was like, go back and having your hoe baths or something like
Oh,
that.
Yeah.
baths.
Why? Why? Why would he do that?
Because he's petty.
Why?
Why wouldn't he do that?
I'd have done it.
The reason why he did it is
He
because he
would have.
didn't get reelected. You know, like Chokwe got elected instead of him, and he had a plan
Well-
to fix these water issues, and
Well,
the city council didn't let it go. Didn't let it happen.
context is everything. So one of the reasons why Tony Yarborough couldn't get the support he needed to do the water thing back then was because there was some. We seem to forget that there was a whole
Siemens deal?
The
Siemens
not just
deal?
no, not Siemens, but
Okay.
just a bunch of contracting allegations going on about certain people getting contracts, and what he was pushing for was to allow for less red tape so that people can get contracts faster. So he didn't necessarily have the best reputation for allowing it to happen, and it could have been spiting your nose to something in your face, whatever it is. Like maybe that was the reason.
Wow.
I don't know, but I'm just saying there's a high road to take, and it just seems like every time this man gets the opportunity to take it, he doesn't. Now,
And also the phrase is "cut off your nose to spite your face."
Thank you, John.
what he said,
Never heard that before.
but yeah, shout out to Tony Yarborough, man. He's selling houses on Instagram.
Yeah.
So if you see him,
He's selling houses
support
on
him.
Instagram.
The agency, I think he's selling for the agency. Why is that funny? He's an entrepreneur.
The way you
So
said it, nigga, you know what you meant. You know how you said that.
I mean, that's where his advertising is. That's where I saw him in the sharp suit.
Yeah, exactly. He was fly as hell.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Can I add to that though?
sure.
So I know you said it was shady and stuff like that with the contracts and stuff, but current city councilman Kenneth Stokes is saying that the current mayor is being shady with contracts now too. Like he's saying that because he doesn't like a person that they can't get a contract. He's putting more personal stuff into these contracts and not allowing things to move faster. So I think it's a little contradictory if you're saying that Tony Yarborough is trying to cut the red tape and allow people to get contracts faster to now Chokwe being a little bit more, tight with it. Which one do you want? And I think right now, you think that the presidency job is the hardest job in America. I think being the mayor of Jackson is the hardest job in America right now. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Period. It has been.
Yeah,
I don't know
I
why you
mean,
say that. You literally there are no expectations for the mayor of Jackson, Mississippi, other than knowing you can always blame it on somebody else, and it'll always be that way. I mean, it's kind of a cush job. Yeah, you got to shake a couple.
No.
I don't think
You think
like that though.
You think the current mayor is going through is thinking this is cushy? Really?
I wouldn't say he thinks it's cushy. It's probably annoying, but I wouldn't call it the hardest job. I mean, again, there are no expectations for this podunk state.
Wow. I will say this, and I've always said this, to be successful as a mayor in Jackson, all you gotta do is fix the roads and fix the pipes. I know that sounds easy, but like it's not easy. But if you fix the road issues and you fix the pipe issues, you could be mayor for life in Jackson.
Let me say this though. So can we all sit here and name a road that's been paved recently that was probably Hellas Road, but now it's smooth as hell?
Yeah.
Ellis Avenue.
What you got, Yannicka? What's your road?
Ooh, this road right next to my house.
Yeah, that was hell.
Yeah.
John, any?
Yeah, right by where I stay, off of Old Canton Road. So
North side.
North side of Jackson, nigga. Okay.
Mill Street for me. So there are some roads that have been paved, but you know what I haven't done? I haven't gotten on Twitter and been like, it's such a paved road. Like, that's not what we do as constituents. What we do is we're like, what's still terrible? The other side of fortification.
Yeah.
So it's a thankless job, and I don't think it's us that's a problem as much it is there's a whole page dedicated to bashing Jackson that's being filled with like hate from people who are not even in the city, and then people like me who just are also not in the city, but just look, like
Yeah.
And then you got this growing number of people who I think I think all of them went to Lanier and in the 80s, and they just have this whole idea that a white mayor is gonna come and everything's gonna be all right. So I don't know, man. Like, it's a thankless job for sure. 833 gotta get together for sure.
I don't like how you just said any of that, really.
I'm doing like a, what do you call it, a sampling, and everybody that's like,
A
oh, we're gonna
sampling?
get a good old white mayor here. I look at their bio and they repping 833 with their fingers, and they wearing T-shirts of Bulldogs, whatever it is. So
So you're not talking about me? Oh, okay.
No, not you specifically. You're just tweeting about Spain. Like, I don't.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
Right.
833 baby, all the way.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
it's your classmates. It's your classmates, though. I'm really getting it. But I'm serious. There's a growing critique in the city that the mayor can't do it, and
Because he's black.
Because he's black.
That doesn't make any freaking sense to me.
No.
The reason that Jackson is Jackson is because it's black. I will say this. I will say this.
That's certainly true.
It is the truth. But if this was happening, if this current water crisis was happening in Madison, if it was happening in Brandon,
it wouldn't.
It there you go. It wouldn't happen.
It would
It
not
wouldn't
be
happen.
not
It wouldn't happen because the state legislature would make sure that it wouldn't happen. So I'm gonna just say that.
I also don't think that we take into account, engineer wise, what it would take to fix all of these lines. I mean, you're talking about a huge overhaul of the infrastructure, and where do you start? You have to section it off, and now we're talking about a whole neighborhood not having water for a certain amount of days, maybe even months, right? And then you're looking at roads being destroyed to do this, and then you got to make sure you're doing it right. So that's probably a lot of importing of materials that we don't have, because you definitely want to put Yazoo clay back in there, right? So we're talking about a lot of dollars. We're talking about a lot of labor, and
logistics.
The only thing that's really going to, I mean, you think they're complaining now. There's going to be way more complaints, right? So, if you've been here on this earth as long as we have, you've been hearing complaining from day one. So it really doesn't matter what the crisis is, or if there is no crisis, it's still going to find something to complain about. So that's why I say it doesn't really matter what the mayor necessarily does. He is going to have to eat shit anyway. Like that is a thankless job. You eat shit and then you move on, or you do another 4 years.
Yeah.
I'm concerned about the infrastructure and how logistics, like you said, I just don't see how that's possible.
They threw out a number. They threw out what? I heard 1 billion. I heard 2. And then today it dropped it. We're asking for 47 million.
Yeah.
And I was like, how do you make that jump from, but like Thomas said, think about fortification. When they did fortification, like, that whole street was jacked for a year or two, right? So if they had to do it to the entire city, from the water treatment facility or any distribution center, wherever that is, like, it's gonna lock everything down. So maybe only 47 gets them started, and then they were asking for money to set aside in the future years, and maybe at the end of the day it would be $1 billion. But
that makes the 1 billion and 2 billion makes sense.
Yeah,
and
that makes sense.
Like, I know we've received a lot of monies from like Bloomberg and other organizations to like beautify Jackson, right? To like create parks and create spaces where people want to come and like be entertained and stuff like that. Landscape and stuff like that. Open up bike trails and stuff. But and we have like the museum trail, which is great. But like,
is it though?
Oh, don't do this! Don't do this!
You know what? Let me go ahead and bring this up. I enjoyed getting off and going over there to the park. Is it Andrew Jackson Park? And walking around.
Andrew Jackson Park.
It's a Jackson Park. Over there by Triple B's. Come on now. But
we got you.
Started taking the trail, which is great. But after this whole freeze crisis, I went and took the trail last Friday, and half of it is covered in water on one end near Bellhaven Heights. So, and it's because they didn't either build it high enough, or the ditch that's the swell that's on the side. It's all going down here and crossing over
Right,
and
your
going into.
councilman. What
Yeah,
what the fuck?
you're your supervisor.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just
Tell
saying.
the manager.
Right.
There's-
Come on, Karen.
There's no-
Come on, Karen.
Okay, first of all, I'm not one of y'all. I don't complain about every little thing. I'm just gonna talk about it on my show. Okay. So what they should have done was either build a little higher, but I don't know if they can actually do that again. It just needs repaving, needs reworking. Now, I'm not gonna complain about it. It is what it is.
Just in case Virgin Lindsay's watching, I just want her to see that you need help. I got you, bro.
I don't need help.
Oh, nice.
I'm not gonna fix it myself.
Oh,
But,
wow.
You
See, that's
pay taxes,
where
you
it
got to.
starts. Yeah.
Go ahead, John. What were you saying, brother?
I was saying that all these monies are coming to beautify Jackson and entertain Jacksonians and landscaping, like Thomas said, but like we didn't need that money for that. We needed the money for some practical stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We need the money. I mean, I'm not saying that we didn't need the money. I'm just saying it would be preferred. I would have preferred it to go to some practical things that will actually help us out in the long run, because flowers die, grass fades.
No, but people need to see, hope, and need to be able to see that. That's how you get reelected.
Hope is clean water going on your back at night. Hope is being able to wash your clothes. Hope is being able to have clean water to drink.
That's underground. Nobody see that. They don't worry about that. We're talking about aesthetics. I'm just telling you what they're looking at. I'm not saying
like Shockwave literally has.
You're saying that, hey, water is important. Yeah, everybody knows water is important.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, so just somebody come down with $3 billion and hand it over to you, or do you take little bitty increments and some of that money you say, well, let me make the people feel good.
And that, a lot of debates I've been having is it kind of boils down to politics. I think, who wants to be that person to humbly ask the state for millions of dollars in a bailout for your infrastructure? And I think that's where we are right now. We're in the middle of an election season for the mayor. He has to get this next 4 years. I don't know what his ultimate goals are, so he's obviously being strategic there. The governor and the lieutenant governor just seem to not be willing to play ball. Which that's no different. But so it's just kind of like this political warfare going on. But in the middle of all this is people's lives, and the fact that Bianca hadn't changed clothes for 2 weeks. That stuff matters. Wait, that's still a thing, or you got to watch now?
Now, yeah.
Okay, my phone.
Mm-hmm. I learned a lot about myself that week.
Yes, you did. I bet you did.
Yeah.
Too.
It's like you get to know yourself, you get to love yourself, even when you had a shower.
That is just something that I want to sit with y'all. Like, do y'all really think that, like, if a white mayor, like a white person was elected mayor, that if things like automatically changed, it would be totally obvious that this was a race thing the whole time? Or would it not be?
What happened is two things will happen. So a white mayor will actually work in Jackson hard stop. But here's why. It's not because of why everybody thinks. It's not because they're white people just innately equipped to do a better job running the city.
Correct.
Or they just have magical powers, because they don't, unless you count white supremacy. What it is if a white mayor came to Jackson, I believe that the larger power structure in the state would say, maybe this is somebody that we can actually negotiate with. Mm-hmm. Maybe this person be willing to give up some things. I don't know, like the airport. And, we can take that and use that as leverage between the city, capital city, and the state. I think just by being Black, I have a friend who's running for office, and there's a Republican that's endorsing him, and for that guy's seat, and his constituents said, why are you endorsing a Black Democrat for your seat as a white man? And like, didn't even occur to him that the politics could be the same, that they both could be middle of the aisle. But there is just a history of racism here, a history of racial identity politics here that doesn't allow us to operate past that. So yeah, a white mayor in Jackson. If Jeff Good was mayor of Jackson, with all the great press he's been getting about his restaurants, right, and how state leaders actually like him, I have no reason to believe that he wouldn't be able to get some things done for Jackson just because he's not Chokeway.
But
I'm believing in that as well, unfortunately, because I think it's just a room thing, and like maybe they feel more comfortable when the boardroom just looks like them when they're passing out the money. Like for some reason, it maybe it makes more comfortable sense because like I can see where the money is going in Mississippi. Like I was on the coast. Probably like late last year at a community college.
That's
Now,
crazy. I was in Spain last year.
oh,
But keep going. Keep going. I'm sorry.
but a community college, you know, they have asked the mayor for like money, obviously, and they're getting it. They have a performing arts center that is like the size of probably a piece of the convention center. Like it's huge. And like, what does a community college need with that big of a building and during a pandemic? And the way that particular president spoke, she was just like, we know the money's coming. We have good rapport with the governor. And I'm just like, wow, like the city of Jackson, the capital city, is needing roads, needing water. And y'all got this big performing arts center that nobody's going to perform in right now. But
was it private money or?
I don't know, but the way she spoke so comfortably about it, it was just like the money's coming. The money's
where specifically were you at?
I'm not gonna put no names out there.
Okay. Well,
if she said the governor, then,
I'm just saying on the coast though, you have to also take into account the casinos that are there, right? And
that's state money. I mean,
a lot of the schools there, like Biloxi High and others, are funded by casino money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying that there's nothing like that in the city of Jackson, but a lottery. But
you can still tell that the funneling of money goes in that direction. I mean, obviously they're voting the correct way, and you know they're in the rooms that decisions need to be made. They have no concerns. They have water. They have, you know, decent roads.
One of my favorite exercises to do is to say, when I'm ever like Clinton or any surrounding suburb, is like, hey, who's the mayor here and who's your council person, alderman? Why would you need to know that in a place like Clinton or Ridgeland or Madison? Doesn't matter, does it? But like in Jackson, that's yeah. But there's so many things in Jackson to care about, you know, and to pay attention to, because you kind of are directly affected, like this bull water notice, which I think John we talked about earlier, raw boo boo. So yeah, man.
Not
Stokes
just boo boo, but raw boo boo.
Raw boo boo, as if boo boo by itself is not.
You gotta cook it. You know, you could get boo boo rare, medium rare.
Ew, that's so disgusting.
Well done. If you got a raw boo boo,
on the topic of see. There he goes again.
It's so unsettling for him to say that word for some reason.
Now, can I ask you a question? Do you want your city councilman talking like that on a press conference? He went to law school, all this stuff, and he talking about boo boo and stuff like that. You really want that
relationship with dope or dope boys? And I'm just like, I'm just glad that didn't make national news, right? I'm glad the mayor is representing us and they're not reaching out for a councilman for a comment. Because that was like, yeah, it was funny for a while, but like, man, we like get real, man, get real. I ain't gonna say too much about my man because I heard he was affiliated, and I just don't have time for like any beef like that. So you know, shout out to War, whatever that is. I ain't got no problem with you or what y'all do over that way. So just
they have beef wherever you live now.
Hey, you gonna have to respect my privacy, cuz like you have to respect my privacy. I'm chilling. I
don't think beef goes out that far out in the country.
Hey, what I'm asking you to know, beef gonna be right here. Beef gonna be in this chat.
Oh, okay. Ooh,
oh my God.
Ooh.
Hey, well,
cops come when we call. The cops come when we call.
Oh, wait, we don't have to wear masks over here no more.
Hey, if you call the cops, will you be arrested though? If you call the cops, will you be arrested?
Look, we just heard that there was a black over here.
Yeah. There's a black walking the streets.
Man, listen.
He's wearing Crip colors.
It's a problem. Somebody said, actually, RL said this. Shout out to RL. He said we would have these pipes fixed. Shout out to Daria. We have these pipes fixed if we say they were gang affiliated, and I'm inclined to believe them, man. Like I just think that if somehow we can make niggers the source of the problem infrastructure. Oh, I think they already trying doing that.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry.
Thank you.
Never mind.
I just real quickly, it kind of seemed like we were saying that, like, yeah, white people, if a white man came in,
yeah,
it would be fine. Like, yeah, I mean, not on like racist tip, but just like everybody would look the same in the room and they would be comfortable negotiating and stuff like that. Man, forget all that. Like, it's 2021. Jackson is the blackest city in the blackest state in America. Period. Get over it. That I'm not dealing with that. I'm not saying, well, yeah, let me just let a white man come in and do it. Like, no, there's a lot of capable people that can sit down and work things out. They're just not willing to communicate. And that is the problem. It's not that they can't communicate. It's not that they don't know how to negotiate. You know, it's not a race issue on that. It's just it's a pure. What I'm saying is, like, the communication. Like, just because you're a white person or a black person doesn't mean I can't communicate to you my needs and my wants for my people.
Yeah, so they don't care.
Can do that. Lumumba can do that.
Correct.
He's an excellent communicator.
Correct. But
he's great.
The people on the other side, the white folks, like.
He's so you clarify. So what Young and I weren't saying is we're waiting for our white hope savior. We're saying that it appears that the only way that the state is going to give a damn about Jackson if there was a white leadership in Jackson. And what John is further clarifying is that, damn it, no, we need representative democracy. We need a black person represent the blackest city, and I'm for it too. I mean, I'm not, Jeff Good, man. Your breadsticks are great, but I'm probably not going to vote for you. Like, that's just in all honesty.
Yeah.
Is he running for mayor?
No, this is kind of okay. Everybody keeps floating the idea, and I just like making fun of him and saying that.
Okay, he gonna hear you.
He can do it.
Telepathically is taking in.
Now, I hope because his daughters may listen to the show. Just saying.
Well, Thomas was the anonymous donor that gave him $10,000 in gift cards, so he really likes the spaghetti.
Oh,
I like the calzones, actually.
The calzones.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Salamukis, they moving, right?
I don't know how to feel.
Yeah, thank you, John.
I'm pretty sure I told y'all that before it came out. You know what I'm saying? I got.
Hey, is there any other? Is there any other information you can let slip, John?
Exactly.
Thomas?
Between
any more information?
Four of us now, just between the four of us. Wait, this recording? No, never mind.
We can edit this part out.
Oh man.
Damn, I thought he gonna let something slip.
Coming though, big things coming.
Oh.
Okay. What? David?
Well, do you ever heard of District Donuts? In New Orleans?
No. Oh, yes. Oh. Are they coming to take over Campbell's? Where Campbell's old spot? Oh, sheesh.
Well.
Okay, so can we transition to what's been going on with businesses in Jackson during COVID? We have Campbell's Donuts.
Sure, we got 5 minutes left. Let's do it.
Yeah, like you got Campbell's like they ended up Campbell's Donuts ended up having to dissolve, but they still have the Campbell's Bakery. They had and then they had to dissolve the Campbell's Bakery in Madison. There are other businesses that have like kind of lost their mom and pop stuff, just kind of lost their traction, and I feel bad for them. COVID sucks, man.
Can't see
COVID sucks. You need a marker. What does that even say?
What does it even say?
Nothing, because I don't want to offer my opinions on the restaurants. Because I Yelp restaurants. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do, John. I got you one better. I won't bite on that one. But during the water crisis, I've gone out to eat at a couple restaurants, and getting your $30, $20, $40 meal on a plastic piece of plate, that shit don't sit right. Like I look at my tab and I don't understand it.
I brought this up like, I don't know.
I didn't get it.
Two shows ago, and y'all looked at me like, this nigga, he tripping.
He's about to go food. I get it now. Giannica, you give me a $12 cocktail and one of them little baby shower cups.
I can't. Not the baby shower cups.
Not the baby shower cups.
Here's your aviator.
I had Burberry on.
Wow.
Ooh, dang.
Wow.
Yeah, that does something to your spirit. I feel it.
You know what you need to do? What I do is I just take it home, I put it on a plate, and just eat it. Like, you're right, I can't eat a $50 steak on
But the
plastic.
experience is you stunned. Like you stunned, you got your fit on. You can't have your fit on, stun on people with
Looking like you went to a backyard barbecue.
You know your boy got to double back it up. So I got
here we go. Good God.
2 shots.
Yay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a frontline sandwich artist.
You gotta give me some tips. I'm hoping to get mine.
The tips is let them shoot you in the arm and you'll be all right. That's the tip.
Do you feel like you're gonna turn into a wolf, Darius?
I hope so, man. I really do. I got to my employer, so that means something happened. Paid, you know what I'm saying? So I'm waiting.
Paid wolf.
Paid wolf. You know, everybody get a cup. Everybody get a plastic cup of Hennessy on me. It's nothing. But that's why I went out. So it was the ambiance. I wanted to be in the restaurant. They had a little instrumentation going on. So I was like, man, I want to sit in. I want to get this experience. It's been so long. And yeah, that plastic cup, my flat steak Wagyu with plasticware just didn't really work out so well.
Yeah, it don't do it with the wrist. You know,
you ask for salt and pepper, they be like, sure, certainly, sir. And they bring you little packets, like, here go 3 packets of each. Don't ask for no more, please.
Yeah. We had used the outside porta potty that John was talking about, and there was no trash can. So you could see people like wash their hands and just like Kobe that thing over to Fundren, in the middle of Fundren, Doolan Avenue, whatever. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Can we say Kobe like that anymore?
Yes, you can see it's
honorably.
I know, yeah.
My sister and I went to Char recently, and it was weird. We went there for lunch, and it was weird seeing a gotta go porta potty thing outside the front door of Char, and it's like, dang, that just ruins the aesthetic, man. It just really ruins the aesthetic.
I'll tell you what, we need to get, maybe not this episode, but we definitely gonna talk about your boy Deion Sanders. I just thought about that. We all in agreement there? Thomas, you got some opinions?
Why y'all take that nigga stuff? I just want to know.
Now,
oh my God!
Look, this is what I'm confused in. Did he actually lose it? Did he lose it?
They say that okay, so at first they were like, no, somebody just moved another spot. That's not what happened. Somebody took it, and the security guard lady was like, yo, it was niggas come over here with 40s and blunts. I couldn't do nothing about it. You know, she wasn't about to try to stop these dudes.
Gotcha.
So
what did he lose?
They got it back.
No.
His wallet, his phone, all these things, his keys,
wallet,
all that.
Oh my God!
And it was
for a credit card, but no.
It was so bad. He gets at the press conference after the game that he wins, the first game of the season, and like says, "Look, I'm in mixed emotions right now. I'm happy that we won the game, but I'm just like upset because get back to the locker room and all my stuff is gone. All my coaching stuff is gone." I'm like, dang.
It is frustrating.
I don't watch sports.
That's tragic. That's tragic.
We looked at you and tell that.
Right. You wearing, I don't know why you got the Under Armour shirt on. Like, what is that? Did you sleep in that?
Oh, no.
He plays the trumpet, so y'all leave him alone.
So I've never seen Winston Marsalis play in Under Armour. Sorry, dog. You don't get it.
Miles, save us. Not Dave.
These boys good. These boys good. They good. So look, the problem is, I know what a good coach is, right? Even though I don't watch sports, and I don't think a good coach on the first game of the season goes out there and instead of hyping up the team, puts himself first and his frustrations about other matters. So these boys got their win. These boys got their win. They played the way they played
against a high school team, but we're gonna get that go.
This is how the first games are. That's what I was told. But the first thing that comes out is like, I'm not proud of my team. I'm not proud of my defense. I'm not proud of my offense. Somebody stole my shit. And then
that's not what he said, though. He didn't.
That's
say
not what. Thank you, Thomas.
Also, to another point, he was basically like, "Look, I expect excellence from everybody, from the kicker to the water boy to the staff to the trainers to everybody. I expect everybody to be uplifted by this program and what we're doing here. So he's keeping everyone accountable in that sense. He wasn't saying accountable. Like, get all this mess.
Did we have to hear that for to be accountable, or could have been? I smell a part 2 coming soon on this episode.
Yeah.
I think by the time the next time we record, Dion will have done something else utterly ridiculous, and we can talk about that too.
No, that's not fair.
Well, are you gonna talk about his good things though? Are you gonna talk about any good things, or you just want to dog nigga?
Yeah.
He gave a shout out to some restaurant in Canton. Thanks, Dion.
Oh,
Wow. Okay.
That's all. That's all he's done.
Yeah, the utterly ridiculous part. I think that's not right because I mean I do agree with what you said. Like he should have like let his PR people like handle that stuff and be like, yo, like focus on the game. I get you, but his emotions were running wild. It's Jackson State. He probably don't have like a extensive PR press team like University of Texas or even Mississippi State or University of Mississippi. So like I don't know.
Well, I'm just we're the lowest of the low, baby. I mean, don't expect too much when you come here. That's his fault. He should have known that.
But I agree with you though, Darius. He should have kept it to himself. But I also agree with Thomas though. He is trying to build a program that holds everybody accountable, not just the staff and the players.
yeah.
Then he's trying to get a job.
He already got the job.
He got
He don't need a job. That's Dion.
He don't need
Florida
this
State.
job.
Not this job. No, you're right. He don't need this. He is Nissan.
I mean, this is a
he is
stepping stone.
Nissan.
He'll definitely be gone.
He is Nissan and Canton. That's how he's using Jackson. We have no leverage. He has all the leverage. We got more to gain than he does, and that's how he's going to treat us. That's all I got to say.
Well, you're good at being wrong, so keep at it.
Keep at it, Playboy.
Like you did something.
Ooh, strong man. There you go. Flexing that Under Armour.
That's all that trumpet playing, I'm telling you.
Win.
Got that forearm,
It's the finger.
You hit us with a bar real quick, though. Just one bar.
Hit us with the flight of the bumblebee. Darius, flight of the bumblebee.
It can't even blow that thing.
I'm going to learn how to play it for real while you bullshitting.
Mm-hmm.
While you bullshitting. All right, man. Token Talk Podcast. Wait, whose job is that?
It don't matter. You just did.
Okay.
Can we point there? Everybody sees him.
Because you on the bottom.
Thank you, folks. It's been a great show. We got more to come. High five. High five. We got
Follow
more
us,
to
like
come.
us. We on all the social platforms.
There you go.
And we on SoundCloud.
And we on YouTube. So with that being said, Token Talk, we out.
Token Talk out.